Rachna ma'am, students, teachers, a very good morning. So today we are gathered here for some awareness program. So my topic today is anatomy of female reproductive tract and menstrual cycle. I am Dr. Disha Sonarkhan Award. I am anatomist and dermatologist at Marvel Skin Hospital, New Renapur, Naka. So let's see what is the normal anatomy of female reproductive tract. It is basically divided into three parts: external organs, internal organs and accessory organs. So these are the internal organs. We will see the external organs, and the accessory organs are the breast. So you have all these in your syllabus. So to make your idea very clear, I am showing you the PPT. We all know that every human being or every living thing comes into existence by reproduction, and there are various methods of reproduction. In human being, it is a sexual reproduction, that is male gamete and female gamete. Sperm and ovum fertilize together to form zygote. It goes through development and it becomes embryo and then full-term baby. So, first. So this is the normal anatomy of female reproductive tract. What you can see on these two sides, what are these two structures? Ovaries. These are two ovaries attached on both these sides. The tube-like structures which you can see, they are the fallopian tube, and in the center this is the uterus. Here you can see muscular ring, that is the cervix, and below that it is the vagina. So we will see in brief about all these parts. The ovary, its length is 3 cm, breadth is 1.5 cm, and thickness is 1 cm. There are two ovaries on each side. The ovaries, all these organs are present at birth in a female child, but their maturation and their activity starts after puberty. So all of you are in pubertal age group, which is from 10 onwards up to 18 years. So different types of changes occur at this age. Pubertal changes, there are changes in physical growth, and mentally also there are some changes. That's why this age is very important, because you are neither fully matured and now you are a kid. So this is somewhere in middle. Okay, so what changes? So these two, the surface of these ovaries is smooth initially. What is the function of these ovaries? It releases ovum every month. It is alternately from one side, that is 1 month from left side, 1 month from right side. So the ovum is shed every month from these ovaries, and the development of this ovum takes place inside these ovaries. These two are the fallopian tubes. The fallopian tube, the shape is like the one end of this fallopian tube, you can see it is broad. This shape is called as the funnel shape. Means the end is broad and there are finger-like projections called as fimbriae on one end of this fallopian tube. The function of this end is the collection of ovum. The ovum, when it is shed from this ovary, will fall into the abdominal cavity, and by the activity of this fimbriae, it gets shed inside this fallopian tube, and by the movement of the fallopian tube, it travels forwards. Now, when this ovum is inside this fallopian tube, it has two fates. Means either it will come directly into the uterine cavity, uterus, or if there is pregnancy, then it will remain in the tube itself for some time. All of you are understanding?